Hi! Do you like to give a handmade touch to your Christmas packaging? Well, today I'm going to show you how to easily do that by using the Stampin' Up! Bells Are Ringing stamp set and Detailed Bells dies to make your own Christmas gift tags. My favorite type of gift tags are those that open, and that's what I'll be showing you how to do today. I'm Shelley Godby, the owner and CEO of Stamping Smiles, and for 18 years I've been teaching others how to create their own hand-stamped smiles. And after you see my tutorial, you'll be looking through your stash to see what else you can use in addition to the Bells Are Ringing stamp set and Detailed Bells dies. Here's a closer view of the beautiful Bells Are Ringing stamp set and coordinating Detailed Bells dies. Both of these are from the 2019 Stampin' Up! Holiday Catalog, and when you order the two of them together using the special bundle item number I've listed right here, you'll save 10% on both. Now, this is important. Both of these are being retired and available now only through January 2nd, 2020, unless supplies run out first. They could run out anytime. So when you're done with the video, you're going to want to get on over to my online store to pick up this beautiful bundle. And you'll be able to make, such lovely Christmas cards, New Year's cards. And I got thinking too, what about wedding cards? Look at that gorgeous bell. We've got all these bells. You could do, it'd be so, so pretty. So, and you'll be able to make those beautiful cards. But today we're going to make our own handmade Christmas gift tag. And so what I have here is some Whisper White cardstock. And whenever you're stamping with white cardstock, I highly recommend the Stampin' Up! Whisper White. It has a smooth, tight finish to give you a crisp, clean image whenever you stamp. Okay, and so I have used my paper trimmer, score that in half, because we're going to make a tag that opens up. So there's a little trick to that, but I like to stamp on a flat surface, so I've opened it up. Okay, so let's get stamping. What I have here is my Garden Green Classic Stampin' Pad. Pick this up, slide that in. And because I tend to pick up ink from opening my pads, our mounts for the unmounted stamps, they aren't porous. It sits on there. So I told my mom, I'm so tired of smudging my cards. This is what I want. And we came up together with the stamping sleeves. And if you're tired of ruining your handmade cards too, look for the link under the video for more information how you can order your own pair too. So what we're going to do is go slightly off the edge and stamp. And look at that beautiful image with a clear stamp, right? All right, so we're not done with that. Now we're going to do the fill, and how cool is this that they're together on one stamp? Okay, so the first time I stamped with this, I was really impressed how well I did, but that was with my head directly over top. So I'm on camera. You wouldn't be able to see if I did that. So however this turns out, we'll just pretend I did a really good job. Okay? All right. We're in this together. And we'll just pretend. All right. So, but because it is the clear rubber, you can see where you're stamping. I'm holding my breath to see how good I did. Oh, very nice. All right. And so while we have the Garden Green out, I have here a piece of scrap paper because down here we have a stamp for a fill. And I was thinking, okay, my mom loves bells. Some of her bells inside are white, but not always. So I thought, well, let's keep it Garden Green, but make it a little bit lighter. And we'll do that with this technique called stamping off. So we're going to stamp off some of the color, but I still have Garden Green, just a lighter version of that. And we'll come over here and fill this in. Remember, we're pretending together if it's okay. Okay, that one turned out really well. All right, so to close this, a little push, pull, listen for that click, and another quick swipe. Okay, so next we have our Real Red Classic Stampin' Pad. And open that up, slide it in. And for our fill, we have a couple. Now you could color these. You could watercolor, you could use your watercolor pencils, your Stampin' blends, but if you don't want to have to color, we've got all these beautiful stamps for the fill, and let's see how I do. Oh, holding my breath, yay. All right, so red really stains the photopolymer stamps, right? The clear stamps, and they can stay like that, but look at this. With the stamp cleaning pad, you can reduce it. You want to eliminate it, but you can reduce reduce it. It's really amazing. Boy, this used to be white, but it's not nearly as bad. And I like to get the color down if I can, because we're trying to see through it, and that really helps a lot. Isn't that something? All right, and so there's one more thing we want to do for our belt. I'm going to use that in just a moment, so we'll leave that open, but push it out of the way. I tend to go into the wrong color, and that's really frustrating. So I have Smoky Slate for our little clanger. Okay, so the clanger could be any color. I decided mine is metal and silver, so I'm going to use the Smoky Slate. And we have this little stamp right here, and come over here. Oh, very nice. Life is good. So our bell is stamped, but before we do any die cutting, we have a little bit more to do. I have another piece of Whisper White cardstock right here, and we will do our bow. Ink this up. Okay, so my bell is all filled in. I want my bow to be filled in. So what I'm going to do is watercolor with the same color ink. And what I did to get all that in there, I take your palm of your hand and press, and that presses ink into the lid. And now we can use that to watercolor. And I'll watercolor, my absolute favorite way is with the aqua painters. They make it so easy. This reservoir is filled with ordinary tap water. So what you do, my stamping sleeves come in handy for this. You squeeze to get it going, wipe it off. I don't want excess water, but I'm done squeezing. I just need to squeeze to get it going. Now I have that perfect amount of water that I have. I'm not squeezing at all, just picking this up. Okay, the classic pads are a dye ink. They are not waterproof, but I'm staying with the same color. So what we'll do is try to avoid the lines so we don't smudge them out. And then just quickly fill this in. Isn't that pretty though? Because I just thought a bow that was white with the red outline wasn't going to look good against my filled in beautiful bell. There we go. Could have used the Real Red Stampin' Right marker as well. And one more little, and there we go. And so that is filled in. So what you do is I squeeze and then wipe off until it comes clean. And now I'm ready for another color, or to put it away and so it's clean the next time I use it. So now I need to grab my die cutting machine and show you how we're going to get that tag that opens. I'll be using my Big Shot die cutting machine, but I'm happy to say that in 2020, Stampin' Up! Will have a die cutting machine again. And okay, I don't have any inside information, but I'm thinking earlier than later. And so what I'm going to use to build up the appropriate thickness is the magnetic platform. I could use the Big Shot platform, but this is going to hold that thin metal die in place for me as I die cut. And so I next need a cutting pad. Then we have the cardstock we just stamped. We're going to fold it over because we're going to cut through both of them with our coordinating die, and it will be able to cut through those two. So I'm centering this around it. What I love about the Stampin' Up! Dies is that it fits to the image. And so instead you're not trying to balance the white all the way around it. All right, I think that's looking pretty good. It's not the same, you know, with my head in the shot, so we'll see how well I do and we'll pretend together. And then the last part of it is the top cutting pad. Now place it on there. Don't scoot it on because that would make it, you'd scoot your die. We'll feed it through and let's see how well I did. Oh, very nice. See how that fits to the die so you get that white border all the way around, and then our tag will open up, and so it'd be oh so pretty outside. We're not done with it, and we can write the to and from inside. All right, so what I need to do next is that same idea. Take the coordinating die from the detailed bows or bells. I have the bow. Center it around there and die cut it. We are almost done. What we need to do now is to make a little hole in there. And if you're thinking it's looking odd because we don't have the top of the bell, we're going to fix that. So what I have here is just a 1/16 inch punch, and we'll make close to the top. We don't want to go too far down because we do want it to still be able to open. And we have our little hole, and this works out perfectly, the Whisper White solid baker's twine. So just need to feed that through. I thought, oh, is that going to be really tricky through such a tiny hole? Because I really didn't want to go as big as an eighth and make it obvious. Look at that, went through so easily, even on camera. All right, so we'll trim this off. And for those who don't like to tie a bow, you'll be thrilled to know you don't need to. We'll just, and I have that uneven on purpose. I like the look. Even though I usually like things even for this. There we go. So now, look, we're all set. The only thing left to do, our pretty little bow here, some snail adhesive. Put your finger where those ridges are. Snail stands for super neat, affordable inline adhesive. And there we go. Look at that. So we have a pretty bell on top. Whoops, helps if you press. There we go. And our baker's twine comes over top, and we have our pretty little gift tag. Look how easy that was to make, but that'll really decorate your package. And then inside you write your to and from. Easy and oh so pretty with the bells are ringing stamp set and the detailed bells dies that are retiring. So hurry on over to my online store. All the supplies to make your own handmade Christmas gift tags with the bells are ringing stamp set and detailed bells dies are listed below the video and available to order now in my online store, www.shopwithshelly.com. And remember, the bells are ringing stamp set and the detailed bells dies, they're retiring and available now through January 2nd, 2020, or while supplies last, whichever comes first. So get on over now to my online store, www.shopwithshelly.com. I'm Shelly Godby, teaching you how to create hand stamped smiles. Thanks for watching.